So it is Virgo season officially. And I can literally feel it. I didn't even realize it. I don't really know the exact dates of things, but I've been seeing it on YouTube and stuff. And, my birthday's in about a week. And I have two sisters, and they're both Virgos as well. And my oldest daughter is a Virgo, and a niece, and a cousin, and a lot of people in my family are Virgos. And I know I didn't know this till I got more into like astrology and stuff, but people love to hate on Virgos. What did we do to you? I guess they feel judged. Bro, listen, there is a difference between people judging you and you knowing the truth about you not living up to your full potential. And the thing with Virgos is we can see you. We can see you, right? And even when either you can't see yourself or you've forgotten or you're actively trying to pretend like you don't know. You don't even admit it to yourself. But we will call you up out of your own bullshit and hopefully lovingly invite you to rise up to the occasion of yourself. That's all. So, happy Virgo season. And for me, I started feeling the energy literally yesterday, which is, I guess, when it started. And like to the point to where things that I've been trying to get organized with, like all these lists, I just started like having the energy to actually check things off the list, like actually execute on certain things. And I could feel it. I could feel the shift. And I didn't realize that, oh shit, that is Virgo energy. I'm a Virgo. Something about Pisces moon, which I also have a Pisces moon, which is the opposite end of that spectrum. I love it here. Anyways, I could feel things physically shifting. Virgo is an earth sign. And so it's very grounded, practical, like the tangible things of reality in life. And I'm really excited. I think that's the word right now. I made a video the other day about realigning with excitement and not doing things because I feel obligated to do them. I hate that energy. Oh my God. I hate creating out of that energy. So I was like, you know what? Let me put a pause on everything, and whatever I feel like pressure to do out of obligation, I'm going to set that down. And I'm going to really allow whatever I feel excited about to rise up and for me to engage with that, play with it, create out of that, see what comes of it. And literally yesterday, I made a video about how I updated my profile picture. And I had made this entire to-do list of things I wanted to do. And one item into the list at like 10 in the morning, I thought of this other thing I was going to do really quick. Just update my profile picture really quick. And then as I'm doing it, I'm like, I knew what picture I wanted to do. For some reason, it came to me in that moment to do it. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. Inspiration strikes, let's do it. And move on with the day. It ended up being the whole day. I ended up changing it, creating it on Canva, with the logo and everything. And then I did a little video to show, because that is a picture from when I went to the nude beach in San Diego last year. And then of course I had to make a video talking about the experience that I had at the nude beach with visuals and all these things. And it was literally, I was having so much fun remembering the energy of that experience in that moment and just like being in it. And all these other things were coming through of like things that I want to do and get done. And I was like able to capture them. And like sometimes I feel like my brain just can't hold it all. And I just feel overwhelmed because I'm like, I know it's all here, like in this cloud space. I'm like, how do I ground it down into a list so I can at least grasp it and have the visual and the words and organize it and then execute one by one, right? Hello, Virgo. And yesterday I was able to do that. And I literally didn't get done till like almost 5:30, finishing all those videos and editing them. And I was just like, the night before I'd gone hiking, and then I was just kind of late. I was just done. My body was like, you need to lay down. And I just laid down, but I was working on editing different things. The vlogs from San Diego from my last trip, not the one where I went to the nude beach. And I literally fell asleep editing a video. And then I woke up, and normally I do like a guided meditation and like kind of have a slow morning, but I was literally so excited because I loved the energy of like reliving my trip to San Diego and like all of that and putting it back together, like looking back at all the videos and the moments that I captured and editing it and like putting it together to finally have the finished project ready to like share. And just not that like people are going to watch it because it's really long and I don't expect literally anyone to watch it, but I want it to be there so that I can go back and look for it so that it's there, so it's available. And you know what a lot of times I think of too, I think this is more subconscious, but like if something were to happen to me, my daughters can have these to look at. Like that's the standard, that's the line, and a lot of times the purpose for which I create. And so I have 2.5 out of the 5 video vlogs done. And I was like in the bathtub yesterday after the girls went to sleep, kind of just all dark, meditating. And I was like, I had all these ideas coming through, and I literally like jumped up, let the water out, and I was like, I gotta go like do this. Like I was just so excited to do it. And then I spent the next like 2 hours editing another part of it. And I woke up this morning and I wanted to pick it back up again. But I was like, you know what? It's Monday. It's Monday morning. Got school. Got the whole weekend. Let me ground in with some meditation. And I did this meditation that I recorded like a few weeks ago. And I hadn't like taken the time to actually practice it, like taken in as the listener of it. And so I did it this morning. I updated the thumbnail, posted it, and I sent it to my community, the Soul School community. And it's just like, I feel so productive, but also with the prerequisite, the requirement of it having to be done out of sheer excitement. Like, am I excited to do this? It feels so good. I was going to say something else, but I think I forgot. Nope, that's all. That's what I was going to say. When I was in the bathtub yesterday and all these things were coming to me, I was reminded of this part in J. Cole's interview from his last. I got J. Cole tickets, by the way, or ticket, I should say, September 10th. I'm so excited. Anyways, the interview that he did via Apple Music with Nadeska in his home, in his childhood home, right? And he's like, I love J. Cole. Oh my God, he's such a dope creator, like, and just soul, like a human in general. But like, okay, he's talking about, first of all, before he gets there, he's like rushing, all stressed out because he's late. And he's like, my wife, like, God places people around me to help remind me, you know. And my wife was like, yo, why don't you just sit down and meditate real quick? You're already late. Just take whatever, 15 more minutes and take care of yourself and then go. Like, you'll feel so much better. He's like, you're right. He did it. First of all, that, right? I remember the interview he did on his, I think it was KOD album with Angie Martinez. And he was talking about, he had just meditated before that interview too. He's like, I don't want to make it seem like I do this all the time. But I think now he does. Like, you just see the evolution of him. And it's so cool. Anyways, he was talking about this album, The Fall Off, which is his last album, as they say. But he had been working on it for years. Like it's just been a project in the background of all of the other projects and touring and albums and all these things. And that he was working on it with, I think, his producer, whoever he was collaborating with. And that at one point they were like, man, let's just get this shit over with. Like, let's just get it done and like put it out. And then he like took a step back basically as like a witness to himself and was like, damn, like this is the energy you want to create out of. This is what you want to be in the state of this while you're creating this and then share this with your fans. Like, bro, And then he realized that he had to take a step back and, first of all, remember why he started doing it in the first place and fall in love with it again. He's like, I started listening to hip hop again. I started listening to, I think, old music, maybe new music. I don't really remember. And he took some time off. And he talked about like other things that had transpired, like other incidences and incidents. And why does that sound better with the incidences? Anyways, I think he took like X amount of days away, right? And his wife was like, obviously like holding it down at home with the kids. And he was like, I think he had a hotel or something. And he was like, it was like when I was younger and I used to like fall asleep creating a beat and sleep for 8 hours and then wake up and start working on that same beat immediately. And like, I remember hearing that and I just got like chills of like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's exactly the energy, the passion. People can feel that in what you create, believe it or not. And it matters. And, he's one of the greatest of all time, I would definitely say, because of his devotion to, I would say, himself as a creative and like the integrity of his craft and his evolution within that process and being transparent and vulnerable and obviously authentic. And as I was like in the bath last night, I was thinking about how this whole past weekend that I had to myself, like all I did besides go hiking, I came home and made a video about my hiking. And I just literally have been working on whatever, editing, doing this, doing that, making a list, which if you haven't caught on by now, everything that I create is based around my life. So like whatever I'm doing in life, I'm just capturing it and then I'm editing it and then I'm posting it. So it's like, it's not separate work from my life. It is my life because I'm creating from the stories of my life, if that makes sense. So even through my evolution, the work is my life. My life is the work. That's why, like, I really feel it an element when Kendrick's like, I'm willing to die for this shit because literally it's my life. Anyways, I was in the bathtub and I was like, oh, I gotta get out. I gotta go finish working on this. I'm so excited. Like, I just felt excited to like work on it, be in the energy and eventually to finish it. But like just enjoying the process, like loving the process of editing. Editing had gotten so tedious and like it just felt like a suck, like a vortex vacuum of energy, And it's like, oh, I gotta go do this. I gotta go do this. I roll. And I don't know if it's the Virgo energy. I don't know if it's just me declaring that like, I'm not doing it unless I'm excited about it. So whatever inspiration wants to come through with excitement. Something that I could be excited about. And it has. And that's exciting. All that to say that I'm grateful for this Virgo energy that I've been waiting on. Feels so aligned and so many things that I've been like wanting to get done, but because I just can't move out of energy that's not there, if that makes sense. I'm sure there's some scientific human design energy explanation behind that. Like, I will ride the wave, see what comes of it,